Ramayana musical program. I'd like to introduce our performers for today's evening. Perhaps the musical team can come up on stage. Nityananda Pran Prabhuji. How many of you all are ready for the best next 2 hours of your life here? Please raise your hands. Hari Bol! Jaya. So we've assembled all here in the presence of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman deities. You can see to the far right. I'd like to introduce a very dear person to me. It's my honor to introduce Nityananda Pran Prabhuji, who's at the very center. Nityananda Pran Prabhuji is a certified life coach, an empathic communication trainer, a parenting and relationships coach. And he's been serving the ISKCON Chicago and Naperville community for more than 25 years, inspiring and assisting devotees on their journey towards spiritual enlightenment. For the last 9 years, Nityananda Pran Prabhu has been a sincere student of the Ramayana and has been strengthening his devotion for Lord Sri Rama by sharing Rama Katha to a wide variety of audiences. He's an expert at synthesizing complex philosophical topics and transforming them to very easily understandable and relatable stories with a blend of humor. And I can guarantee you're all going to have the best 2 hours of your life by this entire crew, especially by Prabhuji's narration. He shares his reflections on his YouTube channel every Saturday at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And there's a discussion of Ramayana that's attended by a wide variety of devotees across the globe. So thank you, Nityananda Pran Prabhuji, for being here. I'd like to introduce Saci Suta Prabhu, who's to the far left on the Mridangam. Saci Suta Prabhu is a sincere Mridangam student of the Kumbakonam Srirangam Pillai. He received extensive training from the school of Karaikudi Mani since 1989. Today, Saci Suta Prabhu, an IT professional, has also been sharing and teaching Mridangam to several students in North America. He leads several discussion groups based on Bhakti scriptures. Thank you once again, Saci Suta Prabhu, for being here with us. Along with him, his wife, Jyotirmaya Mataji, is present here, a vocal music teacher by profession and has performed at many concerts over the last 28 years. Trained in Carnatic music since the age of 8, she received formal training from Madurai T.N. Seshagopalan and Srimati Lalita Shivakumar, daughter-in-law of D.K. Pattammal. She's raised two wonderful boys, Shripathy, who's also here on the violin at the very end, and Vachaspati. She's an expert cook and she enjoys serving Krishna Prasadam to the community. So thank you, Jyotirmaya Mataji, for being here. Now I'd like to introduce Shripathy. He's one of the very few 16-year-olds who I meet with a very level head and who's very enthusiastic, a health-conscious 16-year-old who enjoys weightlifting and playing the violin. Although an expert in Western violin and an active member of the Chicago Symphony Orchestra, he's over here playing Carnatic violin as well. So thank you, Shripathy, for being here. To the right of Nityananda Pran Prabhuji is Srikanth Dakshamoorthy Prabhu, very humble person, dedicated bamboo flautist and teacher based in Portland, Oregon. He began his musical journey training under Sri T. Ravindran. He credits Srimati Sri Vidya Chandramouli and Sri Chandramouli Narayan for inspiring his views of music as a way of life. He continues to practice, teach, and work, and he also works for Microsoft. He is coming here to us all the way from across the country. He's from Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much, Srikanth. Now, I just want to take a minute to help enhance the mood of today's celebration. And I wanted to start off with a question. How many of you all over here enjoy walking? Raise of hands. Oh, so a lot. I've had the experience, especially during fall, where after a morning walk sometimes I would sit with a hot cup of tea, and the air is engulfed with the soothing harmony of chirping birds, the morning dew glistens the grass, and the smell of the monsoon rain would enrich my mind and body in a very pleasant way. For that brief passage of time, I would be able to experience the warmth of Mother Earth and also appreciate what the Supreme Lord has provided for all of us. And oftentimes I would reflect on that moment to find out what is so magical about it, just sipping a cup of tea. And later, after studying and after coming across the scriptures, I was able to appreciate that it was nothing other than staying in the moment. One of the key elements that help devotees on the path of enlightenment, staying in the moment, and it allows us to be grateful for what has been offered to us and acts as a positive catalyst for our spiritual lives. Today, the Ramayana musical tour team is here to help us with a similar experience. Pastimes of Sri Rama are not just stories from an Itihasa, they're experiences that everyone can connect to at the level of the soul. It is my kind request that for the next 2 hours, everyone make a sincere effort to allow your hearts to expand and experience the soul-stirring pastime of Lord Sri Rama. Please welcome Sita, Rama, Lakshmana, Hanuman in your hearts. Jai Shri Ram, and over to the musical team. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for being here. We're very grateful to the SV Lotus Temple, its administration, and our friends Raghunandan, his wife Jayanti, and the team that they have in orchestrating and making it possible for us to be here. So thank you for being here. I will start now.
Hare Krishna. ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्उन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्या देशतारिणे। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मनोजवं मारुततुल्यवेगं जितेन्द्रियं बुद्धिमतां वरिष्ठं वातात्मजं वानरयूतमुख्यं श्रीरामदूतं शिरसा नमामि। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसम्पदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। दक्षिणे लक्ष्मणो यस्य वामे च जनकात्मजा पुरतो मारुतिर्यस्य तं वन्दे रघुनन्दनम्।
I want to share something personal. I have a very special and personal connection to Srinivasa Venkateswara Swami since a very, very long time. And so it's such a great honor, very humbling to be in his Sannidhi and to be able to speak something on the Ramayana. Because the Ramayana and Srinivasa are very closely connected. Earlier in the day, we had spoken on Sita Rama Kalyanam, the episode from the Valmiki Ramayana. And we had narrated a verse that the Ramayana began with a curse that Valmiki uttered to a hunter, Ma Nishada Pratishthantvam Agamashashvati samaha yat krauncha mithunadekam avadhikama mohitam. That's a curse to the hunter, that way you never have any peace of mind for the rest of your life because you killed one of the two mating birds, the krauncha birds, while they were completely absorbed in mating. And the acharyas give the explanation that actually it is the Ramayana just hidden. If you change the way you group the words, it's the Ramayana. Ma Nishada means the one in whom Ma or Lakshmi Devi resides. That is Shri Nivasati. That is Srinivasa. So the Ramayana in one sense is the glorification of Srinivasa as the Ma Nishada, and may his glory be spread until eternity. So such a personality, we're in his presence, in his temple. So it's definitely a very, very great honor. Also, there was a period of time in history where Sri Ranganatha deity was transferred to Tirumala. And in Ranganatha deity's presence, they had the ritual of everyday singing Suprabhatam, which starts with Kausalya Supraja Rama Purva Sandhya Pravartate Uttishta Narashardula Kartavyam Daivamannikam. It is said that Srinivasa Balaji liked that verse so much that it became a tradition that Srinivasa Suprabhatam also starts with that verse every day. So it's a great honor. It's a great honor for all of us, and thank you for being here and encouraging us. Since there is the connection with Ramayana, there are verses that say, there's this verse that I'm going to talk about, that says that Ramayana is a river that is born on a mountain called Valmiki. And as like any other river born from mountains, is gushing and in a fast way, eager and rushing to reach the ocean called Rama. Because Rama is called the Kalyana Gunarnava, the ocean of all auspicious qualities. So the Ramayana is rushing towards Sri Rama, the ocean called Sri Rama. And like any river, as it is rushing towards the ocean, every little square inch of land that it comes in contact with, it makes it pure, green, fertile, with so much fruit, flowers, that colonies of human beings thrive on the river banks. Punati Bhuvanam Punyam. So we'll hear about that wonderful shloka in a moment. And then there's the shloka that's right behind us. Yatra yatra Raghunatha Kirtanam Tatra tatra Kritamastak. Wherever Sri Ramakatha is spoken, and we also have Anjaneya already here, wherever Ramakatha is spoken, Tatra Tatra, Sri Anjaneya will be present. And he will be in the audience with his hands touching his mastaka. And when he's hearing Ramakatha, it stirs his heart so much as soon as he hears the name Rama and Ramakatha and Rama Rupa, Guna, Leela, that his eyes become moistened with full with tears of joy. Although one aspect of Hanuman is that he can Rakshasantakam, he can just kill so many Rakshasas at one shot. But within him is a very soft heart that as soon as he hears the name Rama, his eyes fill with tears of joy.
वाल्मीकिगिरिसम्भूतं रामसागरगामिनी पुनाति भुवनं रम्यं रामायणमहानदी यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारी परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकम्.
And before we enter the actual certain episode of Ramayana, we're going to go through 2 dhyana shlokas. So I would like you to close your eyes and visualize the shloka that I'm about to convey the meaning. Because as I'm conveying the meaning, try and visualize or imagine what that would look like. And then when we sing that verse, let that picture become deeper. The reason is, it is very possible that we may be physically here, but there are some things from the rest of our life, because we all have busy lives. We may be wondering, tomorrow is Monday, it's a working day, school day, I've got things to do, that needs to be done. Tonight I need to take care of whatever groceries, this thing. There could be so many things, and we want all of us to be not just physically, but mentally and fully present to receive the wonderful narration of Sri Ramayana. So as I'm narrating the meaning, please close your eyes and try to imagine. The verse ends with Ramam bhaje Shamalam, that I worship Sri Rama, who's very dark in color. Shamalam also means very attractive, and that Sri Rama is sitting with Sita Devi, Vaidehi Sahitam, and both of them are seated under a parijata tree, Suradruma Tale. And where are they seated? Haime Maha Mandape, in a golden mandapa. Madhye Pushpakam Asane, and there is an asana made with the most exquisite, colorful, fragrant and beautiful flowers. Manimaye, and the Simhasana has all sorts of jewels, rubies, pearls, sapphires, diamonds, garnets, cat's eyes. Think of all the jewels that are put together, and the whole Simhasana is shining, resplendent like anything. Virasane Susthitam, they are very comfortably seated. Virasana means Ramachandra's left foot is on his right thigh, and Sita Devi is sitting on his lap. Agre Vachayati Prabhanjana Sute, sitting in front of them is Sri Hanuman, and he is speaking. Although Vachayati means Ramachandra is making Hanuman speak on the wonderful truths of the Vedas, the Ramanama, Ramaguna, Leela, Rupa, etc. Tattvam, he is speaking the truths. Munibhyah Param. So there are all the great sages who have assembled there, seated around this mandapa as Hanuman is singing. Vyakhyantam Bharatadibihi. And once in a while, Sri Ramachandra asks Hanuman to pause, and Ramachandra will comment, because who knows the truths unless the Lord reveals it to somebody. So the great sages who write so many books and teach the Vedic knowledge to everybody have to learn it from somebody, and they're learning it from Sri Rama. And Bharata, Shatrughna, Lakshmana, they're all there eagerly listening. Bharatadibihi Parivratam, they're all surrounding Ramam Bhaje Shamalam. Then it says, Yaha Karnanjali Samputer Ahar Ahar. Ahar Ahar, every day, daily, if we can drink the Ramayana through our ear. If you make the Karna Anjali, that is like we fold our hands, the 2 ears become cups, with which we collect and pour into our ear. Samyak pribanti, not just drink, but drink happily, thoroughly, fully, not some sip, but nice long gulps of this honey called Ramayana that is coming from the lovely lotus mouth of Valmiki. Ramayanam Akhyam Madhuhu. What it does is acts like a medicine. The medicine is Janma, Vyadhi, Jara, Vipatti, Marana. I don't have to explain these words, we already know. Janma, Vyadhi. Everybody, no exceptions, have to go through Vyadhi. Janma, Vyadhi, Jara, old age. Vipatti, Vipatti is difficulties. Marana, everywhere around us. Atyantah Upadravam. Atyantas Upadravam. Upadravam is in the middle of all of these difficulties, there is constant disturbance. Samsara Savihaya. Such a person is released from the samsara of repeated birth and death, birth and death, birth and death. Puman Gachati Vishnu Padam. They reach that ultimate abode of Vishnu Padam, that is Vaikuntha. And it's not just you visit and come back in a week. Shashwatam. For us as devotees of the Lord, more than Vishnu Padam, reaching Vaikuntha, we are interested in Vishnu Padam, the feet of Lord Ramachandra. We want our life to come and end at the Lord's feet. And that is what Valmiki Ramayana will do if it is received every day as a medicine dosage to transform our hearts.
वैदेहि सहितं सुरद्रुमथले हैमे महामण्डपे मध्ये पुष्पकमासने मणिमये वीरासने सुस्थितम् अग्रे वाचयति प्रभञ्जनसुते तत्त्वं मुनिभ्यः परम् व्याख्यान्तं भरतादिभिः परिव्रतं रामं भजे श्यामलं रामं भजे श्यामलं रामं भजे श्यामलं यः कर्णाञ्जलि सम्पुटैरहरः सम्यक् पिबन्द्यादरात् वाल्मीकेर्वदनारविन्दगलितं रामायणाख्यं मधुः जन्मव्याधि जराविपत्ति मरणैरत्यन्तसो उपद्रवम् संसार सविहाय गच्छति पुमान् विष्णोपदं शाश्वतम् विष्णोपदं शाश्वतम् विष्णोपदं शाश्वतम्.
When Sri Ramachandra in his Vaikuntha realm decided to come to the earthly realm, then all of his associates also would come with him because the Lord never comes alone. The Vedas, who are constantly singing his glories, also decided and requested, we would like to come with you to planet Earth. And so when he gave his consent, the Vedas took birth from Valmiki in the form of Ramayana. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi. That personality who is the knower and the originator of all the Vedas, Parahapumsa, the Supreme Lord, Jate Dasharathatmaje, when he became the son of Dasharatha, Vedaha Prachetasad Asid. The Vedas also took birth, Ramayana, Sakshat Ramayana. They took form of Ramayana. Ramayana Atmana, that's their form. So when the Ramayana was composed by Valmiki Rishi, Lord Brahma gave him a blessing that before he composed it, that I am giving you a blessing, Valmiki, that whatever you write in Ramayana will be 100% accurate, perfect, not one word, not one akshara will be wrongly used or extra used unnecessarily or superfluously. Every padam, every akshara will be in its right place. And it will be so wonderful that for eternity it will be sung. And he said, as long as there are mountains and rivers on this planet Earth, Ramayana will be spoken among the people. Yavat sthasyanti girayaha. Girayas, mountains. Saritascha bahitale. The rivers will flow on earth. Tavad Ramayana katha lokeshu pracharishyati. It will be continually discussed and spread among the human beings.
वेदवेधे परे पुंसि जाते दशरथात्मजे वेदः प्रचेतसादासीत् साक्षाद् रामायणात्मना यावत् स्थास्यन्ति गिरयः सरिताश्च महीतले तावत् रामायण कथा लोकेषु प्रचरिष्यति.
So we will be revealing today one of the best kept secrets in the Ramayana. To be able to get to know the secret, we need to know the context of the story that we are going to narrate. The story is from Sundarakanda. Now Valmiki titled his Ramayana with 24,000 verses, not titled, composed it with 24,000 verses, grouped them in a little over 500 chapters, and grouped those chapters into 7 kandas. And I think most of you here know those names. The first is called Balakanda, which is just by the name we know what it means. It is about the young phase of Ramachandra's life. Okay. Next kanda is called, you're not sure? Ayodhya Kanda. Ayodhya Kanda. And that means the whole story is about Ayodhya and what happened in Ayodhya. The next is called Aranyakanda. Aranyakanda, whatever happened in the forest. Then comes Kishkindha Kanda. The story in Kishkindha. It goes from Ayodhya, comes down into Kishkindha. Now here's the interest. Right after Kishkindha Kanda, the Kanda is called Sundarakanda. He broke the progression of it and called it Sundarakanda. Sundara means beautiful. One meaning is beautiful. After that, it became Yuddha Kanda. We all know Yuddha Kanda. It was not the Yuddha between Rama and Sita in a house, husband and wife, not that Yuddha Kanda. Yuddha in Lanka, what was going on. And then finally, Uttarakanda. Uttarakanda means additional epilogue, or we say Uttara is for every question there is an Uttara, there is answers. So when you have some questions about Ramayana, most of it is answered in Uttarakanda. Who was Ravana? Why was he so treacherous like this? Who was Vibhishna? What is the story of Kumbhakarna? What is Ravana's ancestry look like? What is Ramachandra's ancestry? Some conversations there, etc., etc., etc. So this one kanda is called Sundarakanda. Yes, Sundara means beautiful, but the Acharyas explained that for the word Sundara, by definition means when you find something or someone that you have lost a long time ago, when you receive them back, that is called Sundara. Nashta labha parikirtitaha Sundara. If you receive something back that you have lost. Now it makes sense. Sita Devi was kidnapped by Ravana. So then, there are some things about Sundarakanda that are exceptional. And from beginning to end, it is so sweet, sublime, entertaining, but so moving for the heart, because the storyline there is amazing. Although the entire episode of Sundarakanda lasts no more than a day and a half. Sri Ramachandra manifests on this planet for 11,000 years. Balakanda pretty much takes care of the first 12 years, of which some things, but in general it covers 12 years. Ayodhya Kanda covers technically another 12 years, but those 12 years are pretty much glossed over, and the majority of Ayodhya Kanda deals with a few days of distress in Dasharatha's life. And then Aranya Kanda speaks about almost 13 years. Kishkindha Kanda speaks about almost 10 months. Sundarakanda, 1.5 days. Yuddha Kanda, a few weeks, because they're fighting the whole. And Ramachandra becomes the king again. So the rest of the 2 months final for him to come back to Ayodhya. And Uttarakanda pretty much covers in a very quick way what happened in the 11,000 years. So the entire Ramayana from beginning up till the end of Yuddha Kanda covers about 40 years of Ramachandra's life, of which Sundarakanda only covers a day and a half, and it is considered one of the highlights. Most people are attracted to Sundarakanda. You want to know what is Sundara or beautiful in Sundarakanda? Yes or no? Yes. I can't see from here, so you have to say yes. Yes. I also want to know that you are awake.
Sundare Sundaro Rama, Sundare Sundari Kata. Sundare Sundaro Rama, Sundare Sundari Kata. Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundaram Vanam. Sundare Sundari Sita, Sundare Sundaram Vanam. Sundare Sundaram Kavyam, Sundare Sundara Kapihi. Sundare Sundaram Kavyam, Sundare Sundara Kapihi. Sundare Sundaram Mantram, Sundare Kimna Sundaram. Sundare Sundaram Mantram, Sundare Kimna Sundaram.
Although there is a list of 7 items that are Sundara or beautiful, technically the list has unlimited things that are beautiful in Sundarakanda. So here's the list. Sundare Sundaro Rama. Sri Ramachandra is the heart of Sundarakanda. Although he is not present, it's happening in Lanka. Sita is there, Hanuman is there, of course Ravana is also there. But Ramachandra exists in every breath, in every sentence, in every thought of Sita Devi. So he is fully there. Sundare Sundari Katha. The story of Hanuman jumping over the ocean, the obstacles he faces, his finding Sita, his speaking to her, giving her something, receiving something back, coming back and relaying that is so enchanting. Katha. Sundare Sundari Sita. She is very beautiful, no doubt at all. In fact, she is so beautiful that Ravana, when he was told by Shurpanaka, he had never met her. But the description of it completely disturbed his heart to such a degree that he made all plans to kidnap her and bring her. And his own wife is Mandodari, one of the most exquisite women in the entire universe. But she was no match to Sita's beauty. But that is not the beauty that is being referred to here. When some person has love for Sri Ramachandra in their heart, then they become beautiful. Because physical beauty is there, and before you know, it goes away. How much ever cosmetics you may put on, hide it, still it will go. Whether we like it or not, it will go. But the real beauty is the beauty of the heart. Because once Ramachandra makes residence in someone's heart, he will never go. Even if you cannot give him an eviction notice, because he will not leave. And you actually will not even feel like giving him eviction notice, because he captures your heart and every breath and being altogether. Sundare Sundaram Vanam. The Ashoka Vana was so exquisitely created by Ravana that even Hanuman, who has no interest in anything dazzling and what we call just exterior, nothing real, but when he sees, he says, wow, this Ravana is living really a good life. Sundare Sundaram Kavyam. The poetry is exquisite. We'll give you a glimpse in one or two shlokas or few more. How each word, remember I said he was blessed by Lord Brahma, that every word will have meaning, every aksharam will have, it's being used very careful, and we'll demonstrate a few of how wonderful Kavyam is. Sundare Sundara Kapihi. But in Ramayana, in Sundarakanda, Kapi, Hanuman is very, very beautiful. Now generally, Kapihi or Vanaras or monkeys are not considered good looking. If you want to give someone a compliment, you say, wow, you're looking so handsome, you look just like a monkey. Your friend, instead of being happy, will feel insulted. Wow, you're comparing me to a monkey. But this Shastra says, Sundare Sundara Kapihi. The Sundara Kapi is his love for Ramachandra. And his devotion for Sri Ramachandra is so fantastic that anybody, doesn't matter if they're from India, from anywhere across the world, when they hear about Hanuman, they're attracted to Hanuman. He just draws someone close to him. So being a bhakta, a sevaka, a das of Rama is a sure shot way of becoming attractive to others. Sundare Sundaram Mantram. There is, in this narration, we'll see what mantra specifically, but the entire Sundarakanda is full of mantras. Mantras are those that have some power. When you repeat them, they cause some things for you to be able to overpower. If you have a difficulty, there is a certain shloka in Sundarakanda that if you recite, it gives you a certain strength to face whatever challenges you have. So for different circumstances, there are different shlokas, they're all considered mantram. But the most important mantram is coming up soon. I won't tell you. And the author who's writing this said, this way my list will keep continuing. Therefore, Sundare Kim no Sundaram. What is it that is not beautiful in Sundarakanda? Everything is beautiful. Because once you say everything, it's the exhaustive list that has been captured in it. So as he's playing, we will enter Ashokavana. Shri Hanuman has been searching for Sita non-stop through the night. He has gone to Ravana's palace, Ravana's quarters. He's seen the living room, he's seen the kitchen, the restaurants, the bars, the hotels, the resorts, the gardens, the backyard, the bars, the storage, the refrigerator where they're keeping all sorts of meats, different beverages. He has searched every square inch of Lanka. In fact, gone into the bedrooms of all the queens when the women are lying down. Some of them are dressed, some of them are not dressed, and he's looking for every woman to say, is this Sita? Is this Sita? He's a brahmachari. Brahmacharis don't talk to women. He's looking at the women when they are sleeping, and has decided this is not Sita. And so sits there saying, I have come on a mission, I'm not able to find her. How can I go back to Sri Ramachandra if I am not successful? And then it dawns on him that to find Sita Devi is not my effort. She has to reveal herself to me. We never think that whatever God will come to me, or I can go and see God whenever I like. It's not like that. He has to reveal himself. And that's when he sits down, completely dejected, but says, Namostu Ramaya Salakshmanaya Devyai cha tasmai Janakatmajaya Namostu Rudrendra Yamanilebhyaha Namostu Chandrarka Marudganebhyaha. And the first two lines is Namostu Ramaya Salakshmana. I'm offering my prayers to Rama and Lakshmana that I have come on your behalf. But Sita Devi, Devyai cha tasmai, O Devi. Devi comes from the word dew, which means to glow or to shine, effulgence. So he is calling to Sita, you are effulgent. Unless you reveal yourself to me, I cannot find you. Devyai cha tasmai Janakatmajaya. You are the daughter of Janaka. How was she found by Janaka? Janaka was not looking. She suddenly revealed herself to him as he was ploughing the field. Similar, therefore he is calling her Janaki. Janakatmajaya. Just the way you appeared to Janaka, please appear to me, otherwise I cannot find you. And in the very next moment, he recognizes that there is Ashokavana that he had not even seen. And he enters Ashokavana. He sees the beautiful garden. In the middle of it is a mighty tree, golden in color, called the Shimshupa tree. And then he's already the size of a cat, so he climbs onto the Shimshupa tree, hides between the leaves so nobody can see, and is looking. So far he's only seen women with jewelry, exquisite dresses, beautiful, happy, singing, intoxicated, all that. There's one woman who's crying, and she is walking and comes and sits under the Shimshupa tree. And this is the first time Hanuman has seen Sita Devi. Remember, Sundari Sita. But Valmiki introduces Sita to Hanuman in this way.
ततो मलिनसंवीतां राक्षसीभिः समावृताम् उपवासकृशां दीनां निःश्वसन्तीं पुनः पुनः ददर्श शुक्लपक्ष आदौ चन्द्ररेखामिव अमलाम् मलपङ्कधरां दीनां मण्डन अर्हाममण्डितां प्रभां नक्षत्र राजस्य कालमेघैव आवृता.
Tata, at that time, Malina Samvitam. Samvitam is one piece of cloth or sari that she has worn. And how is that sari? Malina. It is all dirty. Which means this queen, who is always carried in palanquins, has been lying down on the bare ground. Rakshasibihi samavritam. She has been completely surrounded by Rakshasis who are constantly harassing her, telling her from morning till night, marry Ravana, marry Ravana, marry Ravana. Upavasa, Krisham. She has become very weak because she's been fasting. She's not going to eat what Ravana will feed her. She has not drank any water. And because she has fasted, she has not fallen asleep. For 10 months, she's been sitting there in Ashokavana and crying and fasting and not drinking anything and not sleeping at all. Deenam, helpless, because she cannot get out of the captivity of Ravana. Nishwasantihi punah punaha. Nishwasa means to breathe out. Meaning she's crying. She's exhaling again and again that she is feeling, I am so helpless, I am trapped, I don't know how to get out of Lanka. How will I go back to Sri Ramachandra? So the way she is there, for Hanuman, the visual that Valmiki tells us is Dadarasa Shukla Paksha Adau Chandra Rekham Iva. After Amavasya, the first day is called Shukla Paksha Adi, Pratipat, the first day. You can't see the moon, just a thin sliver. And that thin sliver of the moon after Amavasya appears very bright and strong because you haven't seen the moon at all. And suddenly you see a little bit. Chandra Rekham Iva. So the entire beauty of Sita has been very subdued and all he could see was a thin sliver like Chandra Rekham Iva, but Amalam. Very pure. So you see the verse. The first word in the verse is Malina. Dirty. The last word is Amalam. So both are existing. That means her body, her sari, everything is covered with dirt, but she still remains pure and chaste because of her love for Sri Ramachandra. Malapanka dharam. She has been rolling on the ground. So everything is clumps of dirt on her. Deenam again. Mandana arham amanditam. Mandana arham. She is the queen of Ayodhya, the daughter of Janaka Maharaj. She should be wearing all varieties of jewelries. For every square inch of her body must be covered with shining, exquisite jewels. Amanditam. Although she is qualified and eligible for it, entitled for it, amanditam. Not a piece of jewelry is on her body. Prabham nakshatra Rajasya Kala Megha Iva Avratam. She looks like Nakshatra Rajasya. Who's the Nakshatra Raja? The king of all the stars, Nakshatras? Chandra. Who is that Chandra? Ramachandra. Nakshatra Rajasya Kala. So she is the energy, the Shakti of such a Ramachandra. Megha iva avatam. She is as if the moon is covered by clouds. So you can see some effulgence, but you can't see the full moon, the full brightness of that moon. That is how he first sees her. So he's thinking, if the sun rises, the Rakshasas will again come. But he waits. What to do? How am I going to speak to her? Ravana comes early in the morning. And he gives Sita Devi one more chance and says, become my wife. I am offering you the entire jewels and money that's in Lanka. All you have to say is yes to me. In fact, I have 500 queens. You will be the ruler of the 500 queens. Not 501, but one, the first one. She doesn't even look at him. She tells him, get lost. So Ravana becomes very, very angry and he says, I am giving you less than 2 months to make up your mind, otherwise I will eat you up for breakfast. Because I will get you one way or the other. If you don't become my wife, and in fact he even says something even more treacherous, if you don't enter my bedroom, I will have you as breakfast. So she thinks, I don't want Ravana. Who knows? He said 2 months. He can change his mind and tomorrow he can eat me up. So better to give up my life. She ties her hair on the branch of the Shimshupa tree, puts the rest of the hair around her neck, and she's thinking, if I can't go back to Rama, I will definitely not be with Ravana and I'm about to kill myself. Then Hanuman begins Ramayana to speak to her. This is the first time in 10 months she has heard the word Rama. She has heard someone speaking about Rama, but she has suspicions. Can I trust this voice? Who is this person? What if it is just a trick by Ravana? What if I am going to get further entangled in this whole situation? So she cannot trust him. He continues speaking, and then she looks up, and between the leaves is hidden our Hanuman. And slowly, by speaking about Sri Ramachandra, she asks him a few questions. Can you please tell me about Sri Rama? And then he describes from head to toe in more than 70 verses the beauty of Ramachandra, his hair, the curly hair that he has, the black thick hair, his beautiful forehead, his nose, his cheeks, his eyes, his chin, his lips, his ears, shoulder, neck, chest, whole description. And her heart is swelling with love that somebody is speaking about Rama, but she has a doubt. Because previously she trusted someone and she was kidnapped. Right? Once foolish, twice shy. So she asks, tell me really, who are you? So Hanuman gives his introduction to Sita Devi.
वानरोऽहं महाभागे दूतो रामस्य धीमतः रामनामाङ्कितं चेदं पश्य देव्यं गुलीयकं प्रत्ययार्थं तवानितं तेन दत्तं महात्मना समाश्वसिः भद्रं ते क्षीणदुःखफलाह्यसि.
Mahabhage, oh the very fortunate Sita. Vanaroham, I am a Vanara. Not only am I Vanara, Duto Ramasya, I am Rama's Duta. I am a messenger. I am an envoy. I have come to give you a message. From that Rama who's Dhimata, very, very intelligent. When we describe Hanuman, we say Manojavam, Maruta Tulyavegam, Buddhimatam Varishtam. Among the intelligent beings, Hanuman is considered the most intelligent, Varishtam. That intelligent being is surprised of how intelligent Sri Ramachandra is, because Sri Ramachandra, without speaking a word, has done something that even Hanuman has been surprised by. What happened is, many weeks ago, when Rama and Lakshmana had entered Kishkinda searching for Sita Devi, they looked like powerful princes, handsome, good looking, powerful weapons. But Rama was crying every day, crying and crying and crying. And so Hanuman's Kshatriya crying like this, and for a wife, it almost sounds like a weak person. So he considered his father is Dasharatha. He has more than 350 wives. His son Rama, for one wife, he's crying. If he wants, he can marry any princess from anywhere in the world, because they would be so honored to be part of Ikshvaku family. So why is he crying about Sita, about one wife? What is so special about that wife? Ramachandra, who can understand Inkita Jnana just by looking the movements of anyone's eyes, he can read anyone's hearts. So be careful when you go in front of him. That's why most people go in front of Ramachandra and close their eyes, so he can't read our heart. But he can read other movements. He understood, Hanuman doesn't know about Sita, so I will help him. That is why when the search parties went everywhere, it was only Hanuman to whom Ramachandra came and said, here, I am giving you this ring. When you meet Sita, you give her this ring. Because Ramachandra wanted him to know. And when Hanuman sees Sita Devi, he says, wow, what a great lady she is. In fact, when I look at her love, I feel our Ramachandra is a little hard-hearted. He's hard-hearted that he is alive even now after being separated from Sita. How can anyone even be alive? The fact that he is alive means his heart is very strong. Otherwise, by this time, he would have given up his life. They are perfectly matching each other, but she is little special because she has Asita Ikshana, very nice dark eyeballs. There is no redness in it. Redness, Ramachandra can get a little angry at somebody. Sita never gets angry at anybody. So she is one grade better. So he becomes a bhakta of Sita Devi. So Vanaroham Mahabhagya. And he says, Rama Nama Ankitam Anguliyakam. I have brought this ring, Anguliyakam, that has the name Rama written on it. Tena Dattam. It was given by him, Maya Anitam. I brought it here for you. So now you take this ring, Shamasvasahi, become pacified. Because from now on, Kshina Dukkha Phalahayasi. From here on, all your distresses will end. Because you have gotten this ring of Rama. Why is it important? Because the ring has the name Rama. In the entire Vedic philosophy, it is said that, especially in Kali Yuga, more important than worshipping the Vigraha is to worship the Nama. Sankirtana or Nama Ucharana is more powerful. Because the Nama can go anywhere that Sri Rama himself may not go. Rama is in Kishkinda. Ramanama is in Lanka with Sita Devi. So Ramanama is very accessible. It can, if let's say to worship a Vigraha, one has to be qualified, you should be a Brahman, or you should have some education on the mantra, what to say, how to do, upacharas, all of that. But to utter Rama Nama, you don't need any qualification. And Hanuman has brought Rama Nama. Because Rama Nama can be spoken by Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, Chandala, children, women, older people, young people, rich people, poor people, people with greatest intelligence, people with disabilities. It doesn't matter, including animals, birds, insects can all hear Rama Nama. And therefore, all distress shall end from here on, because I have brought this for you. And he says, Pashya Devi, please look. Some pictures show Sita is sitting under a tree, Hanuman is giving her a ring, and she is taking the ring from him. That picture is not correct. because Sita is Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi can never have her hands like this. She can never beg or take anything from anybody. Her hand always has to be like this and giving. Hanuman is Buddhimatam Varishtam. So he brings the ring like this to Sita, Pashya Devi. And she takes it from his hand, like, because her hand always has to be on top. That is his intelligence. And he used the word Kshina Dukkha Phala Hi. He means certainly, for sure. As Vaishnavas or as devotees, when we take and utter the name of Rama, we may have a doubt. Will my problems go away if I chant the name of Rama and Krishna or Vishnu? The assurance is given, he, for sure. There were 3 yogis sitting in a cave and meditating for hundreds of years. They were not talking to each other, they were deep in meditation. So almost 100 years later, a person who was walking by saw in this cave these 3 were sitting there. He came up to them and disturbed them and said, I have a question for you. So I said, okay, what is your question? So the person asked, I have a lot of problems, I have financial issues, relationship issues, bodily issues, mental issues, something. It's just like I am the conglomerate of all problems. Can you please give me one thing I can do that will make my life better and easy? So one of the persons who's sitting there said to him, every day, just say Rama, Rama, Rama 3 times. All your problems will go away. The other 2 sages who were sitting there got up and told the first person who spoke this, we are leaving this cave. So he said, why are you leaving this cave? We've been meditating together for hundreds of years like this. Why are you leaving and going? They said, after meditating for hundreds of years, you have not understood anything at all. It is the waste sitting with you. What did I say wrong? I said to that person, say Rama, Rama, Rama 3 times. You don't have enough faith in the Rama Nama that you asked him to say it 3 times. Actually, 1 time is more than sufficient. Why say 3 times? That means you still not become mature in your meditation. You stay here, we are leaving. That is the power of Rama Nama, and he has brought it for. Therefore he says, Kshina Dukkha Phalahyasi. It will go away. Don't worry. So now, Sita Devi has taken the ring from Hanuman.
गृहीत्वा प्रेक्षमाणा सा भर्तुकरविभूषणं गृहीत्वा प्रेक्षमाणा सा भर्तुकरविभूषणं भर्तारमिव सम्प्राप्ता जानकी मुदिताभवत् चारु तद्वदनं तस्यास् ताम्रशुक्ल आयत ईक्षणं चारु तद्वदनं तस्यास् ताम्रशुक्ल आयत ईक्षणम् अशोभत विशालाक्ष्यां राहुमुक्त इवोदुरा.
The raga in which this has been sung is Amruta Varshini. As soon as she has gotten the Ramanama ring, it is like a shower of nectar in her life. So Valmiki says, grihitva sa prekshamana. She started examining the ring. Ikshamana to see, prekshamana means to examine. She is examining the ring because it has brought a flood of memories back for her. Bhartu karavibhushanam. So our Vaishnava acharyas tell us, previous verse, Valmiki said Anguliyakam, ring, and now it's Karavibhushanam, which generally is a bangle. You can say ring because it is still decorating the hand, but the acharya says it's a bangle. So how did the ring become the bangle? Because she is looking at that ring and thinking, this is her love for him, that this ring that could fit his finger, because just like me, maybe he is also fasting, he has not eaten, he must have become so thin that the ring is fitting his wrist as a bangle. That is her thinking of him in her love. Bhartaram iva samprapta. Just by the looking at the ring with the name Rama on it, she feels as if Ramachandra is standing in front of her. Samprapta. Ramachandra is there. Janaki mudita bhavat. Suddenly she became so happy and delighted because for 10 months she has not seen Ramachandra. So her philosophy is that the name and the named. So when you say Rama, is not different from Sri Rama himself. For example, if I'm thirsty, I say water, 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 water. My thirst doesn't quench. In fact, I become more thirsty. Why? Because the sound water and the object water are not the same. Because these are material words and material names. But if I say Rama, 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 or Krishna, 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 that sound is a spiritual sound. It is the person. That is why by chanting Rama Nama, people feel the presence of Sri Rama in their lives. They are not different. So that is being taught by Valmiki here, that Bhartaram eva samprapta, the Supreme Lord Sri Rama is there in front of her. And the first time in 10 months she has become delighted. So from the condition we heard about her, Valmiki says, Charu tad vadanam. Her face became beautiful as if a lovely bud is blossoming. Tasya tamra shukla ayata ikshanam. In her eyes, big Vishalakshi, in her big eyes, she has nice round black eyeball, and the white part has now started to show streaks of red color. Because red is the color of love. As she is thinking of Ramachandra, her heart has overcome her grief and feelings of love are just beginning. Ashobhata, she is becoming decorated by these symptoms. Rahu Mukta Iva Udarat. The moon is called Udarat, the king of the dark sky. As if Rahu is leaving the full moon. This Rahu is Ravana. Suddenly she is not even worried about Ravana. She is not worried about the warning that he gave her that if she doesn't become his wife, he will eat her up. She has forgotten. Her face is just lit up like the full moon, just the way when Rahu leaves the moon. Suddenly the same moon before Grahana, actually today is Chandra Grahana, and so you can imagine, the moon looks even brighter after Rahu has released. Rahu Mukta Iva Udarat. Then she asks Hanuman, you've seen my condition. Because when first Hanuman had met her, he looked at her and she asked, how are Rama and Lakshmana? And he told her, Kushali, they're doing good. They're doing good? I'm away from Rama. You're saying he's doing good? So she asked him, does he even remember me? Does he even think of me? Or is he one of those princes who's gotten married to some other queen? Does he even remember me? So then Hanuman realizes, I have to tell her the actuality. It's like if you meet someone after a long time or the first time and they say, how are my family members? And you tell them, oh, they are in complete misery. They are not even eating or drinking. How will you feel? So Hanuman says, no, kushali, they're okay. But now he wants to tell her actually what is going on in the condition of Rama. What is he dealing with?
न एव दंशान्न मशकान् न कीटान् सरीसृपान् न एव दंशान्न मशकान् न कीटान् सरीसृपान् राघवो अपनयेद्गात्रात् त्वद्गतेन अन्तरात्मना नित्यं ध्यानपरो रामो नित्यं शोकपरायणः नित्यं ध्यानपरो रामो नित्यं शोकपरायणः नान्यचिन्तयते किञ्चित् स तु कामवशान् गतः.
Tvad-gatena antaratmana. In his heart, in his mind, every thought, every breath is only you. In fact, Krishna in the Bhagavad Gita glorifies a devotee or a yogi who has such a characteristic. He says, Yoginam api sarvesham, among all the yogis that are existing, Madgatena antaratmana, those who are connected to me with their heart, soul, mind, words, actions, everything, Same Yukta Tamom, I consider them to be the best. Now you reverse, for such a person, even Sri Ramachandra is Twadgatena Antaratmana. You are completely taken over, every cell of his being, every thought, every breath is you, and he is so lost in you. Nityam Dhyana Para. He is just looking like this. His eyes are not even focused. He is only thinking of you. Nityam Shoka Parayana. He has become a slave of sadness and lamentation. That means he is constantly crying for you. Na anyat chintayate kinchit. He is not thinking of anything else. No other thought crosses his mind. So he sits like this and he is completely lost in you to such a degree that na eva mashakan. When flies sit on him, what would you do if a fly sits on you? Like a reflex, you would shoo it away. Na eva damshan. Flies can sit on him, he doesn't even feel it. Not only flies, na mashakan, mosquitoes are stinging him. Our reflex is to do something about it. We usually take a electrified. He doesn't even bother. Not only mosquitoes, worms and insects are crawling on him. Kitan. He doesn't even notice. He doesn't feel it. Na sarishripan, even snakes are crawling on him. And most of them may be venomous. Na apanayed gatra, he doesn't even move them away from his body because he's just lost in thoughts of you. That is his condition. Completely lost in you. Sita is very sad. Hanuman, I want to be with Rama. I want to see him. I want to see him as soon as possible. Sita Mat, come with me. I can take you in a moment from here back to Sri Ramachandra. So she thinks, you're so small, tiny. How can I go with you? Hanuman says, don't get cheated by the small size. I can show you how big I am. And he stands up so big and mighty. She's fascinated. And she says, no, I cannot go with you because I'm scared. When I sit on your back and you're flying back, if I slip and fall, I'll fall into the ocean full of crocodiles and man-eating aquatics, or I'll drown in the ocean. I don't think I can. He says, no, you don't have to slip. As I'm flying, I will hold you with one hand. I can make sure. She said, no, if you are flying and the Rakshasas, obviously they will attack you because they will notice that I'm not here. The Rakshasas will cause alarm. The Rakshasas will pursue you. You might be fighting with one hand and suddenly you lose the other hand. What if I fall? No, I will make sure that you will not fall. No. I cannot touch any other man other than my Sri Ramachandra. Actually, I will not go until Sri Ramachandra comes here. So then she reveals the real reason. She says, how can I go with you? Because my going with you will cast a little aspersion on Ramachandra's character. Because in the future, people will say, what is so great about Sri Rama? Some other guy took her away, some other guy brought her back. That's not my Rama. I want for eternity. Remember, Ma Pratishtantam Vagama Shashwati Sama. I want his glory to be eternally sung. And this only happens when he comes here. But what about your distress? Doesn't matter. This is the quality of a bhakta. That what is my distress doesn't matter. Should I get released of my distress? It's called mukti. Do I should go for mukti? No. My consideration is not mukti. My consideration is not when will my difficulties go away. My consideration is what pleases the Lord, what glorifies the Lord. This is bhakti. And when Hanuman hears this, he is. So he says, okay, I'm sorry that you cannot come. So when I go back, and I'm going to go back soon, can you give me some token? Because Rama will ask me, did you meet Sita? Did you meet Sita? And I will say, yes. And he will say, how do I know you met Sita? How do I know you met the right person? Can you give me some token? Did she give you something? Did she say something? And if I tell him, oh, no, I just saw her and I came back, Ramachandra says, what kind of Duta are you? You're supposed to take a message, which means you have to bring something back. So, can you give me something?
यदि न उत्सहसे यातुं मया सार्थमनिन्दिते यदि न उत्सहसे यातुं मया सार्थमनिन्दिते अभिज्ञानं प्रयच्छत्वं जानीयात् राघवो हि यत् अभिज्ञानं प्रयच्छत्वं जानीयात् राघवो हि यत् एवं उक्ता हनुमता सीता सुरसुतोपमा एवं उक्ता हनुमता सीता सुरसुतोपमा उवाच वचनं मन्दं बाष्पप्रकृतिताक्षरम् इदं श्रेष्ठम् अभिज्ञानं ब्रूयस्त्वं तु मम प्रियम्.
Hanuman said, Yadina utsahase yatum. If you are inspired to go with me, Maya sartham anindite. Anindite, what means your character will never have a blemish. Because it shows that you are not interested in relieving yourself from this distress, but you're bigger interested in Ramachandra. So, anindite. Abhigyanam prayachatvam. Send with me some token, abhigyanam, some token, some message. Raghavo janiyat, by which Ramachandra can know that I have met you. Eva muktva Hanumata, having spoken by Hanuman so, Sita Sura Suta Upama. She is like compared to the heavenly goddesses. Uvacha Vachanam Mandam. She started speaking slowly and softly. Bhashpa Pragrahita Aksharam. Every letter of what she was speaking was being held by tears of sadness. That's the poetry. Every letter she is speaking is being held, Bhashva Pragrahita Aksharam. Because after 10 months, she got a few moments of joy seeing Hanuman, hearing about Sri Ramachandra, but that Hanuman is now going to go away. She's going to be all alone again, without any idea when Ramachandra might come, how she will be released. But she has to send a message. So from her sari there is a little knot that she's opening the knot. And as she's offering that token, and she's going to say something also, a message, she says, Idam sreshtam abhigyanam bruyastvam mama priyam. To my darling Sri Ramachandra, you please convey this sreshtam is the most important message or token that I am sending to him. What she gives him is a chudamani, the jewel that you wear, women wear on their top knot. The reason she gives the chudamani is that every day she would offer her respects to Ramachandra first thing in the morning, and when Ramachandra would look down, he would see the chudamani. So she is reminding him that I am your completely dedicated devotee. That's what I'm reminding you, who I am. So you cannot ignore me anymore. Because Ramachandra had sent from his side that ring. That ring had Ramanama on it, but that ring belongs to her. The reason she is remembering and she's sad because of her condition. She is in this condition because of a reason. When they were in the forest, one day, Rama and Sita were playing some games. They used to play wonderful games. They were playing a game. And this ring has some story with it. So when they were playing a game, Ramachandra and Sita had a wager. Ramachandra told Sita, if I win this game, you give me that ring of yours. It was a ring that was given by her father, so it's very dear to her, although it has name Rama on it. Ramachandra said, I don't have any jewelry, I gave everything up in Ayodhya, so if you win, I will give you a nice warm embrace. Now Sita wants to win this game under any circumstance because she wants Ramachandra's embrace. Ramachandra knows it. So as they are playing, he manipulates the game a little bit, so she loses the game. So she is angry. She removes her ring and says, I know what you did. Why is her anger? Not to give up the ring, but she was deprived of that embrace of Ramachandra. So she puts her ring away, turns around and walks out of their Parnashala, their hut. This is Mana, anger in love. And now Ramachandra has to appease her. He has to go behind her and say, sorry, sorry. So she's walking, he's running behind her, Sita, Sita, Sita. And as soon as she comes out, she sees the golden deer. And suddenly her, Rama, look at this deer. Look at how beautiful it is. Look at how it's dazzling. I want this deer. And in a few moments, the whole story changes in such a way that although she wants Ramachandra's embrace, she has been taken away by Ravana to Lanka for 10 months. So, idam abhigyanam sreshtam. Hanuman, please let Ramachandra know that I am pining for him. My heart is shattered because I can't see him. So then, she is going to now reveal the best kept secret in Ramayana. She gives Hanuman the story of an episode that happened way back when they were in Siddhashram. That was almost 13 years ago. She says, we were on the northeast side of Chitrakuta mountain by the banks of the Mandakini river. There every day we would have lovely sports. We would swim. We would compete with each other. I would win and I would tease him. And then we would swim back and still I would be faster. We would play games, we would dance, we would sing, we would dance under the full moon night. So one particular day, after a whole day of sporting, both of us became very tired and we came out of the river and just sat at the river bank. Our clothes were completely wet and she's not narrating this to Hanuman. She's narrating it as if she's talking to Rama. So she's talking to Rama in second person, not third person. Oh, Rama, do you remember? Because she's already gone into that state or rapture of love. So she's telling Rama, do you remember? At that time, you came and sat on my lap, Sri Rama. And then, as we were sitting next to each other, there was a crow that came. That crow started tugging on my cloth. That wet cloth that I was wearing was slowly slipping. So I was holding on to my cloth, but this crow kept pulling. So I tried to shove the crow away, but he wouldn't go. So I picked some clump of dirt and threw at the crow. The crow left, came back and still continued pulling. By this time my dress is becoming loose and it is falling and it's very awkward and I'm fumbling with it and the crow is still pulling and suddenly you laughed at the scene. As soon as you laughed, I became very bashful, shy.
Tvaya apahasita chaham Kruddha samlajjita tada Tvaya apahasita chaham Kruddha samlajjita tada Bhakshagrudnena kakena Darita tvamupagata Bhakshagrudnena kakena Darita tvamupagata
Tvaya apahasita. by you, when you were making fun of me, Kruddha, I became angry. I am in distress and you're laughing at me. Natural emotion, right? If you are in distress and someone laughs at you. And then Sanlajjita, I became bashful and shy. And Tvam Upagata, I came and sat on your lap and rested my head on your shoulder. As soon as that happened, I became so exhausted. And seeing my angry face, you wiped my tears and you pacified me. As you were wiping my tears, I remember that situation, and now she's speaking to Hanuman. I slept on Ramachandra's lap for a very long time. And after a long time, when I woke up, I sat down and Sri Rama kept his head on my lap and fell asleep. He also fell asleep for a long time, deep sleep, because we were tired of swimming and floating. At that time, that crow came back. And this time, he became more audacious and came closer to me and started to scratch and peck me right in my bosom, while Ramachandra is sleeping on my lap. So I tried to send him away, but he wouldn't, and he started to scratch and peck. So little drops of blood were strewn. And when the warm drops of blood fell on Ramachandra, his sleep was disturbed and he woke up. The crow went away and stood there. Ramachandra woke up, looked at my condition, because he had never seen me bleed like that. And he said, Sita, who has done this to you? I did not say anything. I just kept quiet. Sita, why are you not telling me? Who has dared to do this to you? I did not say anything. This is Sita Devi's greatness. That unlike common people to say, he did it, she did it, all my problems are because my mother-in-law said this, my father-in-law said this, my boss is a demon, whatever. That's the complaining, and he never pointed a finger to the source of her problems at all. She just stood there silently, or sat there silently. Ramachandra looked at me, because I was not speaking. He started looking around and he saw this crow, his beak and talons smeared with blood. And suddenly, in Ramachandra, this anger started to rise.
सदर्भं संस्तराद्गृह्य भ्रामेणास्त्रेण योजयत् सदर्भं संस्तराद्गृह्य भ्रामेणास्त्रेण योजयत् सदीप्त इव कालाग्निर्जज्ज्वालाभिमुखो द्विजम्.
The mat that we were sitting on, Samstradhyat, from there, Sadarbhan, he picked one straw. And that straw, Brahmen Astra Yojayat, he invoked the Brahmastra in a straw. And released it on the crow. And this Brahmastra, dazzling Jajjwala Abhimukho Dvijat, came and stood right in front of this crow. Now there is a play of words here. Brahma Astra, because he is the leader of all the Brahmanas, the crow is called Dvijam. Dvijam is crow. Dvijam also means Brahmana. Dvijam, that is born twice. Crows or any birds are born twice. From the egg first and then from out of the egg. So this Brahmastra came ready for the crow, and the crow didn't know what to do. Because Ramachandra said, Sita, this crow is actually the son of Indra. How dare he come and do this? And you see what I will do. And so when the Brahmastra was released, the crow turned and flew away as fast as he could, because he's the son of Indra. the Brahmastra went right after him. One may wonder, for a small crow, you invoke a Brahmastra. No, it is like killing a mosquito with a cannonball. Something so big for something so tiny, for a little guy. Chanakya Pandita says that the punishment should match the offense. Aparadha Anurupa Danda. The offenses that he had scratched Sita Devi. For that Brahmastra, the whole earth will shake if Brahmastra goes and meets that crow. Yet, it was Ramachandra's love for Sita that how dare someone so loving for me can dare attack Sita. It is also a warning to anybody. You go and mess with Rama's bhakta, then Brahmastra will show. You may think I'm a small guy, but the astra will be very big. So this crow ran. As he was flying, he went back to Indraloka. So Brahmastra is also going there. What happened? Did the crow die? No. We'll find out what happened.
सपित्रा च परित्यक्तसुरैश्च सपित्रा च परित्यक्तसुरैश्च समहर्षिभिः त्रिलोकान् सम्परिक्रम्य तमेव शरणं गतः.
He went to his, as they say in America, mommy and daddy, Indra and Saci Devi. Indra and Saci Devi said, we can help you with small problems, but this is too big. We can't help you. Sa Pitra Cha. Cha is mother also included. Parityaktya. Sorry, we cannot help you. The doors were closed. He kept on knocking, please help me, please help me. Phones were turned off. They did not respect at all. So then he said, okay, about other devatas, that they are living all over the universe. Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, all of the devatas, all over the universe said, sorry, we are all out on vacation. Not available. Then he said, oh, the great sages, Rishibhihi, they will help me. Because the rishis always have some little solution for this problem, that problem. If you like this, stand east, wear this ring, put that thing, something they will tell us, some way. The rishi said, sorry, things are not working for us. We cannot help you. That is Rama Bana. Sorry, cannot help. So then he went down into the universe. Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala, Talatala, Patala. Nobody helped. They could not help. So he flew all the way and came back. And so Sita says, Trin lokan samparikramya tameva sharanam gata. And the way she sang, tameva sharanam gata. He was so tired, flying throughout the universe, having nobody to protect him, no shelter, nothing. He finally realized, I'm running all over, but the real place to go is Sri Ramachandra's feet. Came and fell down at that feet. And when he fell there, our Vaishnava Acharya says that he was so tired that he fell at Ramachandra's feet in a very clumsy way. like that, with his feet touching Ramachandra's feet. Sita Devi, who has been attacked by that crow, felt a movement in her heart that that poor fellow, I wanted him to take shelter of Rama. He's gone all over the universe. Instead of touching the nose like this, he's tried like that. It's better that he has come here, but he's not doing it properly. So she turned him such that his head will be at Ramachandra's feet. That is Sharana. She's the one who's attacked by that crow, but she's helping that crow.
Satam nipatitam bhumau Sharanya Sharanagatam Satam nipatitam bhumau Sharanya Sharanagatam Vadarhamapi kakustaha Kripaya paryapalayat Vadarhamapi kakustaha Kripaya paryapalayat
Satam nipatitam bhumau. It's not like he landed, he fell. He was so exhausted. Sita Devi is thinking, why run everywhere when you should have just been here? But he fell on the ground. Nipatito bhumau sharanam sharanagata. He finally realized, oh, it is only Sri Ramachandra who can save me. As soon as he fell at the feet of Ramachandra, Ramachandra, who's so kind, Vadharhamapi, although he is fit to be killed, Krupaya Paryapalayat, picked him up with his sweet hands and caressed that crow. Because he fell at Ramachandra's feet. And she made it possible. Now somebody asked me last night, and I've been thinking about it, someone asked me that why Sita Devi didn't show and say that's the crow. He's the one who did it. She could have. But the crow would not have learnt the lesson of Sharanagati if she had pointed to him. She wanted him to learn in such a way that the rest of his life is being taken care of. So she didn't say, but the point here was that the crow has to come back to Sri Ramachandra. So that's what she wants. This is her kindness. We are all meant to approach the Lord first going to the Lord's consort and asking her, please introduce me to Sri Ramachandra. Please introduce me to Sri Venkateshwara or Sri Krishna or Radharani. Please. Only when you make a recommendation will he even look at me. Because once she says something, he cannot say no. So this crow, although he attacked Sita Devi, she is the one who turned his head at his feet and suddenly he picked the crow up. That is his heart. But he wanted the crow to learn a lesson. The lesson he wanted to learn is the Devatas, when Rama and Sita and Rama are in the forest, the Devatas considered the very reason Ramachandra advented on earth is not to play and dance and swim. We want Ravana to be killed. Will this Ramachandra ever become angry enough? So they tested him. They send Indra's son. Go, try and do something. And the only way Ramachandra will be angry is if you do something silly and offend Sita. Because if you offend Rama, he is very tolerant. When Kaikeyi told him, at that moment, go away to the forest, Lakshmana was angry, but Ramachandra said, okay, no problem. The Acharyas say, he walked into Dasharatha's palace with a sweet smile, thinking, my father has called me. When Kaikeyi said, you are going back to the forest for 14 years and Bharata will be the king, Ramachandra walked out with a smile, perhaps even a bigger smile. Because for such, so you cannot do anything to Rama, only to Sita. If you do something, then he'll be there. Because the initial question Valmiki had was, he is Jitakrodha. But I also want to know, Jata Roshasya Samyuge Kasya Bibhrati Devascha. Can the Devas become scared when Rama becomes angry? Is there a person like that? So they are testing. And now when the Brahmastra is released, not only the crow, Indra shut his door, all the Devatas around the universe said, whoa, we don't want to deal with Rama Bana. So this is Sita also making sure Ramachandra's glory. So when he came, the Ramachandra picked Kripaya Paryapalayat. Palayat means to take care, Paryapalayat very lovingly, fully. No anger anymore at all. Angry one moment, completely given up the next moment. But there is a hidden meaning. One of the meanings of the word Kripa is it's a name of Lakshmi Devi. So the real Kripa Devi is Sita. Kripaya Paryapalayat means because of Sita or by Sita, Ramachandra took care of that crow. The glory is Sita Devi's. The word used for Ramachandra here is Kakutstha. So Valmiki hides and gives us a lot of meaning. Kakutstha. Why Ramachandra's Brahmastra took so much time to kill the crow that is right there? Did you wonder that question? He was flying through the universe. You mean Ramachandra's Brahmastra could not match up to the speed of a crow after all? Because the Brahmastra was only to scare him, not to kill him. Vadaharpam api. Although he was fit to be killed. Kakutstha. So backstory. Some generations before Sri Ramachandra, one of the kings in the Raghu dynasty was invited by Indra. Please come to Swargaloka and fight on our behalf with the Asuras. Because you are a great king. So he went. He was riding a chariot fighting with the Asuras. The Asuras completely smashed his chariot, killed his horses, and he had no place except to stand on the ground. He could not fight the war because no chariot. At that time, Indra, out of gratitude for this king, he took the form of a bull and told that king, you stand on my back, I will be your chariot. Indra is the king of heavens. That Indra took the form of a bull and became the servant of this king. And the hump of the bull is called Kakut. And because this king stood on that back of the bull with his foot on the Kakut, he got the name Kakutstha. And Ramachandra, who is a descendant, got the name Kakutstha. Son of Dasharatha is Dasarathi. Descendant of Kakutstha is Kakutstha. The reminder here is Ramachandra considered, he told Sita that is the son of Indra. So he was not intended to kill, but to just show him. Because Ramachandra remembered, his father helped my ancestor. I am very grateful for that. How can I kill him? Because then I will bring my Vamsha a very bad name, that our progeny did not reciprocate with gratitude for the service someone did for his forefather. So Ramachandra did not kill the crow. Vadarham api kakutstha kripaya paryapalaya. So then crow circumambulated Sri Ramachandra, offered his respects. But Rama said, once I release an arrow, it cannot go to waste. Something must give. So how can this arrow go waste? So the crow said, please take off my right eye. So the Brahmastra, even if one's karma supposedly brings such a massive reaction, by taking shelter of Ramachandra's lotus feet, it is just token, small. So from that day, crows apparently don't have the right eye, so they only look with one eye. So she tells this story to Hanuman. The question is, in 13 years of being together, of all the stories she could have, messages she could have sent to Sri Ramachandra, why this one? Because she is a wife. She knows exactly what message to send, but she wants Ramachandra to come to Lanka quickly. She wants to narrate this story back to him because it will evoke in Ramachandra compassion. And say, yes, I need to rush to Sita, because she's thinking it's been 10 months and Ramachandra has not come. How much more time should I wait? Another reason is to tell him, when a silly crow attacked me, you released a Brahmastra, but at least I was with you. Now this Ravana has taken me away from you. It's been 10 months and no Brahmastra, nothing. What is keeping you waiting? Please do something. She wants expediency. And these messages, Hanuman is only carrying the story. But Sita and Rama, Valmiki says, they speak to each other without words. They just communicate through the eyes. And one heart hears the other heart. That is their love for each other. So the story of this crow, although the story, there's so much hidden messages going back to Ramachandra. So he will come quickly and release her from this Ravana. So one poet, in his appreciation for this entire episode, writes that something about crow. Crow in Sanskrita is called Kakaha. But I'm just learning Sanskrit a little bit. But Kaha means who, for a male. So who is he? Is Saha Kaha. For a female it is Ka. Who is she? Sa Ka. So crows, because they are called Ka Kaha, because they make that sound. Ka, 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 ka. So he says that from that day on, crows in the entire universe are flying here and there, loudly saying, Ka, 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 ka. Who is there like he, Sri Ramachandra? Who is there like she, Sita Devi, in this universe? Is there anyone as kind, compassionate, gentle, loving like he? Is there anyone as kind, compassionate, gentle like she, Sita? And they have been searching and searching and searching, and till date they haven't met anyone like it. Therefore they're still searching. Ka, 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 ka. So this is the wonderful, wonderful story of the best kept secret in Ramayana that Sita Devi reveals, that even Lakshmana doesn't know. She reveals to Hanuman to take it back to Kishkinda. Since we have spoken about the beautiful Sita and Ramachandra, we will end with what is called Mangalam. We offer our greatest respects and loving expressions to this wonderful couple, Sita and Ramachandra.
रामचन्द्राय जनकराजजामनोहराय मामकाभीष्टदाय महितमङ्गलम् रामचन्द्राय जनकराजजामनोहराय मामकाभीष्टदाय महितमङ्गलम् कोसलेशाय मन्दहासदासपोषणाय वासवादिविनुतसद्वराय मङ्गलम् कोसलेशाय मन्दहासदासपोषणाय वासवादिविनुतसद्वराय मङ्गलम् चारु कुङ्कुमोपेत चन्दनादिचर्चिताय हारकटकशोभिताय भूरि मङ्गलम् चारु कुङ्कुमोपेत चन्दनादिचर्चिताय हारकटकशोभिताय भूरि मङ्गलम् रामदासाय मृदुलहृदय कमलवासाय स्वामी भद्रगिरिवराय सर्वमङ्गलम् रामदासाय मृदुलहृदय कमलवासाय स्वामी भद्रगिरिवराय सर्वमङ्गलम् स्वामी भद्रगिरिवराय सर्वमङ्गलम् स्वामी भद्रगिरिवराय सर्वमङ्गलम्
सीताराम लक्ष्मण हनुमान जी की जय। सर्वं श्री रामार्पणमस्तु। वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरि ओम तत्सत्।
The best kept secret. Thank you, Nityananda Pran Prabhu, and thank you to the entire Ramayana musical team. And thank you all, audience, for joining us today. I want to ensure that everyone recognizes the amount of work that this temple, the SV Lotus Temple, and their members have put in to conduct this wonderful program over here. You can look at all the arrangements on the stage that they've made. I'd like to thank Kasturi Rangan Prabhu, Kali Srinivasan Prabhu, Ramesh Tanikachalam Prabhu, and the SV Lotus Temple Committee for giving us the opportunity today to perform here. A small section from the Ramayana. I don't want to hold you all too much, but I've just got two more announcements to make. On the screen, I don't know if it's displayed yet. Yes, it is. If you would like to listen to more of Ramayana, Nityananda Pran Prabhuji conducts a weekly session, Saturdays at 8:30 a.m., and the QR code is displayed on the screen. Please, you can use your mobile phones and subscribe to his channel. Darshan for the temple is open until 8:45 p.m. And in case anyone over here, any devotees are interested in inviting the Ramayana musical tour team to your temple, please reach out to Raghunandan Prabhu, who's missing at the moment. But he'll be here, the gentleman who's organized several events over the past weekend. Raghunandan Prabhu? Yes. So please reach out to him, and he can probably connect to your local temple, and we can have the Ramayana musical tour team come perform over there. There will be to-go boxes for dinner, so please make sure you collect your to-go boxes before you leave. Thank you so much for being a wonderful audience here today. Hare Krishna.